Today, the crypto market is playing out a really nice recovery bounce across the board. Bitcoin is trading just around 33,500, up over 2.5%, and Ethereum is now trading back above $1,200. And we can see that most of the top cryptos are following Bitcoin back to the upside. What's very interesting to me is that during last night's dump, the altcoins saw less of a pullback and a better rebound than Bitcoin. And this all has to do with what we were talking about in my video from 5 days ago, Bitcoin dominance ready to collapse. We were talking about how the altcoins would be performing very well going into the next few weeks. And that is exactly what we're seeing right now. And also, there's a very interesting rumor going around that Grayscale may be starting to buy Chainlink very soon. And this is huge news if it's true. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin Svenson, and today we're going to be talking about the epic rebound that we're seeing across the entire market. In yesterday's YouTube video, we discussed the fake news of the double spend that never actually happened to Bitcoin and how that fake news has affected the market. After that news came out, Bitcoin dropped nearly 18% to the downside. Bitcoin formed a lower low last night, and now we're seeing a pretty nice recovery, a pretty nice bounce back. Bitcoin, as I'm making this video, is coming back to 33,600. That is where we're trading right now. And what's really awesome to see is if we're looking at the daily chart here, and we look at the last major low from December 10th, around 18,000, to the current low here, and we're looking at the RSI, we are forming hidden bullish divergence. And this could suggest that this is the low for Bitcoin, that the bottom might be in. And looking at the volume here, the volume is building pretty well. We're coming back up to some of the average volume levels here for Bitcoin. And this does mean that interest is still looking pretty good. There's still a lot of interest for Bitcoin. People want to buy Bitcoin at these prices. And just like we discussed in yesterday's video, these dips are very common in a bull market. You got to stay calm. You got to stay focused. You got to buy the dip. And very likely we're going to be recovering and building back on out to the upside from here. In the long term, I think we're going to be doing extremely well for Bitcoin. In the short term, what can we expect? Well, we're coming back up to this upward sloping support line from the symmetrical triangle that we just broke down out of. And we're testing right along that right now. I think it's less likely that we would just blow straight through it. We will probably end up pulling back again a little bit, maybe for the next day or two, retesting our support zones before actually building out and then breaking out, maybe at a later date, maybe around Monday of next week. This is crypto, guys, so definitely don't be surprised to see a little bit of volatility, maybe see Bitcoin test back into our support range to confirm that area as support before actually breaking out. Like I said in yesterday's video, as we were dumping, I'm holding, and I'm going to continue to hold, and I don't care about what happens in the short term, not really. Right now, we're getting some bullish indications, and it looks like the market is still interested in buying at these levels, and I think that things are looking very good for Bitcoin here, not only on the daily chart, but also on the weekly chart. As you guys know, we're following the stock to flow model perfectly. And if you're looking at the formation that we're forming right now on the weekly chart, this is our first major parabolic advance of the bull market. Bitcoin just broke the all-time high not too long ago, and now we've seen our first major dip, and I think we're going to be rallying out back to the upside over the next few weeks. And looking at the 2017 chart, very similar action took place. Bitcoin broke the all-time high, we found a peak, had one final dump before rallying out again for the long term. And as I always say in my videos, anything below 50K, roughly 50K, anything below roughly 50K is potentially a once-in-a-lifetime buy opportunity. And once we get above those levels, we may never actually come back to these levels ever again. So the opportunity in the crypto market is still very, very good. Things are just getting started. And also, looking at Ethereum, and if we go to the 4-hour chart for Ethereum, what I really like to see, what I'm loving about this chart right now is that Ethereum created a higher low as Bitcoin created a lower low. So Ethereum is showing some immense strength right now. And I think Ethereum is still looking to break out above the all-time high in the very, very near future. This recovery is looking really, really good. And now looking at Ethereum on the weekly chart, we are just about to get a breakout of the all-time high. And I think we have much more upside to go, potentially 1,000% gains for Ethereum in this bull market. In using our fib extensions from high to low, the first major breakout target for Ethereum is probably going to be coming in around 1,784, but I think we're very likely going to be testing up to the 1,618 around 2,250 as the first major breakout target, the first major upside target. And from current prices, that's another almost 80% to the upside just to the first breakout target. So the opportunity in the Ethereum market is huge. And over the next year, I think we have a lot more gains. I think Ethereum is going to be hitting 5 digits. If Bitcoin follows my long-term prediction and hits 6 digits, Ethereum could easily be seeing prices like 10,000, like 15,000 in this bull market. And as you guys know, on this channel, we're focused on the long term. Also, one very exciting chart is the Chainlink chart. Today, this is the daily chart. Chainlink is bullishly engulfing on the daily. This bounce is absolutely savage. I mean, we're up 30% today from the low. This is amazing to see. And we're seeing a lot of momentum here for Chainlink. And if you take your fib extensions from high to low, you can see that the market actually respected the first fib node target at the 1272. If you're just taking a look here, we hit the 1272 at $23.45 or so. We touched a little bit above it. But we did use that as resistance before pulling back, retesting the breakout zone, the initial breakout zone as support, and now we're bullishly engulfing. I think the next step for Chainlink is to run up to just below $28 at the 1618 fib extension target. And a more longer term target for Chainlink here is going to be the 2618 at 40 US dollars. That's my personal first major upside target that I'm looking for Chainlink on this breakout. And looking at Chainlink now, on the daily chart, it looks like we're starting to go parabolic. Our lows are becoming more and more exponential, and it looks like we are starting to become more and more parabolic here. And I think that Chainlink is very likely going to see a major breakout in the not so distant future. And a lot of people are wondering, why is Chainlink getting so much demand right now? Well, there is this rumor going around. An entity called the Grayscale Chainlink Trust was incorporated last month in Delaware. And some people are suspecting that it's a new trust from Grayscale, the top institution that's involved in crypto. The name is Grayscale. They have $27 billion in crypto. And if this rumor is true, if Grayscale is indeed buying Chainlink right now or looking to get into Chainlink, that's huge news. And that would solidify my confidence of Chainlink seeing a triple digit target this bull market. And we can see that this has been registered, right? This was registered, Grayscale Chainlink Trust, and there's a file number down here for the company information. And something that Chainlink God Eth said on Twitter, he said, "I don't think the state of Delaware would approve a fraudulent impersonation of an existing institution." And I would have to agree. I'd be surprised if this was a fake registry. Why would they allow somebody to register Grayscale if it wasn't really Grayscale? So the likelihood of this actually being Grayscale is pretty big. And that would make me even more confident in my prediction of seeing Chainlink potentially hit as high as 450 US dollars in this bull market. I'm thinking at minimum the $200 price range, but I'm looking for more specifically about 450 US dollars during this bull market. And we can see that the volume is starting to build now as we're breaking the all-time high. There's a lot of interest for Chainlink, and you guys know on this channel, we're very confident in the future success of Chainlink. So get ready for a potential major breakout for Chainlink. And it's just awesome to see this bullish engulfing candle here on the daily. So if we close this daily above the previous open of yesterday's daily, I think that this is going to lead us into a major breakout testing $28 in the short term, in the near future. And looking at Bitcoin dominance, on this channel just 5 days ago, we were talking about how Bitcoin dominance is very likely going to start to collapse. And that's not bad for Bitcoin. In fact, it's actually positive for Bitcoin. In the last bull market, as Bitcoin dominance was collapsing, by the way, dominance, for those of you that don't know, it just means what market share Bitcoin has compared to the rest of the market. And during a bull market, Bitcoin dominance drops because there's a lot of money flowing into various different projects, right? As Bitcoin dominance was dropping throughout 2017, the price was running from, $500 to $20,000. Massive increase in price as Bitcoin lost all of its dominance. So this is actually positive for Bitcoin losing its dominance. This means that there's more and more money coming into the market. And taking a closer look at the dominance chart here in the weekly, since I made that video 5 days ago, we have seen a drop in dominance, but it's nothing compared to 2017. It's not even close yet. And this is likely because Ethereum has not broken its all-time high yet. Ethereum is very close to getting the all-time high break. We're like right here. Once Ethereum gets the all-time high break and we start confirming weekly candle closes above 1400, then that's going to lead Bitcoin dominance into a major collapse. And this is also going to lead altcoins into the first major alt season of 2021. We have seen that altcoins have been doing well recently, right? But there hasn't been a major collapse yet in dominance. The alt season of 2021 has barely even started. And the reason we know that is we can look at, Chainlink has just starting to get above its all-time high, right? Chainlink has just started entering its bull market for the year. Ethereum hasn't even gotten above the all-time high. The altcoins are just getting started. Bitcoin dominance is just getting ready to go lower. And yes, guys, altcoins are going to provide immense opportunity in this market. We know that blockchain is more than just Bitcoin, right? We're supposed to be innovating, and you can't innovate by being a Bitcoin maximalist. There's a lot more to crypto and blockchain than just Bitcoin. And again, I think we're just getting started for the altcoins. Ethereum is probably going to get its all-time high break very, very soon. And Bitcoin is actually looking pretty strong. I think we may have just hit the bottom for Bitcoin, guys. I think it's quite likely, right? So we're getting some really nice hidden bullish divergence on the daily. And, you know, the future's looking bright. The future's looking very bright for crypto. Now, I know a lot of people have been commenting saying, Kev, why are you always bullish? You know, we were just dumping. Like, how could you be bullish? Well, guys, I'm a macro trend analyst. My specialty is the macro trend. In 2018, if you guys remember, I was bearish the entire year of 2018, right? The whole time. And every time Bitcoin saw a bounce in 2018, right? Looking at the 2018 Bitcoin chart, I was bearish from like right here when we broke the trend line. Every time Bitcoin saw a bounce, you know, people were saying, Kev, you suck. You know, Bitcoin's going to moon again. Every time there was a bounce, right? And they would say, Kev, you're a perma bear. You're just a perma bear. Look, we're bullish. And I was looking at the macro trend. I was looking at the big picture. And it wasn't looking so good for crypto. It wasn't looking so good for Bitcoin. And right now, I'm looking at the macro trend again. And right now, it's looking very, very good for crypto despite seeing short-term dumps. I'm not trading the short term. I'm trading the long term. And right now, things look fantastic for crypto. And there's a lot of opportunity in this market. And I personally, I'm investing in a lot of different altcoin projects. And you can see exactly what I'm investing in terms of the altcoins by joining Patreon, $35 a month. This price will be going up in the next couple months, so definitely lock in your spot at this price before prices go up. We've been making a lot of awesome calls. My patrons have been making some epic gains recently. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 40,000 subscribers. It would be very much appreciated if you guys could subscribe to the channel. And that's gonna be it for me today, guys. I'll see you all in the next video.